Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. We are almost home. You know, I kind of wanted to take a minute and, the last video I talked about things for the channel. I didn't really talk about what I want to do with my life. I'm 42, just recently turned 42. And my goal is to travel, go figure. And I'm working towards that. I'm going to start soon building out a camp trailer that I can pull behind the Hummer. I have Starlink for internet. The Hummer's going to get all fixed up and ready to go. I'm going to put a ramp on that camp trailer so I can lay the KLR up there. So when I go somewhere, I can unload the KLR and leave the Hummer at base camp if I need to and enjoy riding around and not have all the gas mileage because I just love motorcycles. But if I want to go off-road, I'll be able to go off-road in the Hummer. I've worked towards this a long time. I've done a lot of sacrifices to get what I have, and I haven't given up, I didn't fall into the mentality of I won't make this and I can't do this. So at 42, I got a house that's almost paid for. I owe, for what most people think, I owe $45,000 on my house. And it's not a big house. It's just a modular home on 5 acres. The Hummer's paid for. The KLR I'm making payments on, but I bought it used. This bike I'm on right now is my most expensive monthly. No, my insurance actually is. I pay more on insurance than I do for the payment on the bike. And it's not because I'm a bad driver. It's I insure 8 vehicles at $100,000 and $300,000 of liability. So vehicles on the road have just gotten so expensive that I'm really nervous that if I get into an accident and it is my fault, I need to make sure I can cover the other vehicle. And trucks are just nutty expensive right now. I love fishing. I want to go do some more fishing trips. I love my bike ride. So why the KLR and not the Harley? Wait, honestly, it's just easier to load the KLR up. It gets cheaper gas mileage. If something goes wrong with it, it's easier to fix. It's just a cheaper bike. So wave at the police officers because they do have a hard job. And like anything in life, I think most of them are good people, just stuck with a crap job. I won't say crap job. They do an important job, but stuck sometimes with crappy people. So don't jump on me. I try to be respectful to everyone. Whew, we're getting there. We're getting home, and I'm very tired. But yeah, so my goals in life are to retire and travel. To get to the point where I can live off my military retirement. And hopefully, that's a goal that everyone can aspire to. Ugh, stuff still hasn't packed down. So they chip sealed this road. And it's not horrible, but I can hear it, the tire picking up pieces and throwing it at the bottom of the bike still. So we got to be careful. So for those that don't know, chip seal is like gravel that they lay down and kind of compacts together as they roll over it, and then they come over and seal it. And here in a second, we're going to go from new chip seal to old chip seal, and you'll kind of get an idea what I'm talking about. But when the gravel is like this here, it's real easy for the bike to hit it and it'd be like marbles. So, and this is older chip seal. So this is packed down, and at this point, it's more like a regular road. I think it's just a cheap way for them to do a road. But yeah, so if you're wondering, my goal for my life is to get to where I can retire and travel and go do things. I've always kind of tried to be careful with certain aspects of my money and certain aspects of my life and not get into too much debt to hurt myself, and I have not always been good about that. There was a point where I looked at bankruptcy right before I ended up going through a divorce and just decided to tough it out. I'm kind of glad I did. It made life very stressful for a long time, but I hung in there. And again, the key to it was don't lose that. Don't give up. Don't be like, well, this is my life, it sucks, and nothing I can do to fix it. Because there is a way you can fix it. As long as you wake up in the morning, and as long as you keep moving towards a goal, whether that goal be get out of debt, or that goal be get a Harley, or that goal be a trip, as long as you have a goal you're willing to work towards, you can achieve that goal. You just got to keep going. And I find that just in life in general. You know, I wake up and I try to have a positive attitude, and I try to look in the good for things. And I try to shun away from negativity, because negativity breeds negativity. So, you know, if you're in a tough spot, don't give up. I meant that in the one video where we were talking about men's mental health, and I mean that for anyone, not just men's. You know, hang in there. It can get better, but you got to give it a chance to. I would rather get a phone call or text messages in the middle of the night and be up all night and know that someone else is still here because they decided to still be here than hear about someone's funeral or have to go to someone's funeral. Guys, I mean it when I say I love y'all. Like, if you don't think anybody else out there doesn't love you, you're wrong. I love you. And I hope for the best for all of y'all. So we're almost at my mess of a house right now. So, you know, don't kill me too bad. But anyway, remember guys, life's an adventure. Get out there and live it. Y'all have a wonderful night.